So mothers go through a lot when raising their children and need all the support they can get. In cases where the man is no longer with the child's mother, the least he can do is be present in the child's life and provide financial support. In this video, we have a look at celebrities who are accused of being deadbeat fathers. At number 1, we have Jub Jub. Khumalo called out her former boyfriend Jub Jub for being an absent father. The two share a son named Christian. She called him out in a tweet stating that a father who wants to be present in the life of his child will make an effort and will not be throwing excuses all over the place. And even if there were any issues, the courts are there to resolve them. On a reality show, Live with Khumalo, Kelly said that Jub Jub is not a present father at all and has never reached out nor seen his son in years. In one of the episodes, Kelly asked Christian whether he would like to meet his father, but he denied the request. Kelly and Jub Jub, who had been jailed previously, have a tumultuous relationship. Years after the relationship ended, Kelly had shared images of her face, informing the world that Jub Jub brutalized her when they were together. In fact, she claimed Jub Jub had abused her when she was pregnant with their child. On an episode of Podcast and Chill with Mac G, Jub Jub discussed his distant relationship with his son Christian. He also played a voice note during the interview, trying to prove that he had tried to reach out to meet Christian. In the voice note, Jub Jub says, "I'm trying to keep this as short as possible. I've recently come to witness certain things that aren't great regarding our situation with no boy. I need my boy. The boy needs his father. Please can we meet at your soonest convenience?" He further asked that during this meeting, they address any issues with their son and put their differences aside for the sake of Christian. At number 2, we have Junior Rocka. Nando and Junior Rocka welcomed their first child together in 2017, and although the pair split shortly after Nando fell pregnant, they seem to have been co-parenting well, or so we thought. Taking to a Twitter page to make the shocking revelation, Nando wrote a thread about how her baby daddy was not contributing towards raising their then 1-year-old daughter. It all started when a Twitter user posted a congratulatory tweet after Junior allegedly donated computers, Wi-Fi routers, sanitary items and stationery to Wigan's secondary school in KwaZulu-Natal. Nando did not take kindly to Junior's generous act and took the opportunity to expose that he couldn't do the same for his child. She tweeted, "I don't even remember him donating such essentials to his daughter, but ke asikho lapho." Nando also claimed that Junior availed himself to their daughter only when it suited him. She went on to say, "Imagine thinking being a parent, taking responsibility of your own child is a craving. You only avail yourself when you want to." After keeping quiet on the matter for some time, Rocka broke his silence by posting a statement onto his social media pages where he denied not contributing financially towards Batli's life and further accused Nando of lying about him and trying to ruin his reputation. He said, "I hate doing this and I had always promised myself I would never empty my laundry in public, but I have to set the record straight. I had no choice. I may have some differences with the mother of my child, but the allegations that I do not support my child are false, malicious and very hurtful to me and my family. I do support my child, I love her and I would do anything for her." Ending off the statement, the rapper urged Nando to meet with him and discuss their issues privately. They also shared several screenshots of payments made into Nando's alleged FNB account for their daughter. At number 3, we have Robert Marawa. Zoe Mtiane took Robert to court for allegedly failing to pay sufficient maintenance for their child Awande for years. Robert was allegedly paying 2,000 rands maintenance a month to financially help Zoe as she raised their son, and Zoe demanded that maintenance be increased to a whopping 29,000 rands. This amount was broken down into 2.5 for a drive of their son and 8,750 rands towards lodging, 2,450 for groceries, 500 rands for garden services, 1.6 for clothes and 100 rand a month for toiletries. She also requested 4.9 a month for school fees and 1.4 for aftercare, plus 1.3 for extramural activities and 1.4 for holidays. Zoe reportedly stated that Robert could afford this amount because he earned about 300,000 a month. However, during an interview, Robert said that the outcome of the court case would prove that he didn't earn a large income. He said, "I've never seen that amount in my life, but I've decided to ignore all the stuff. I've got 2 individuals who are fighting me, but in the end, I'm going to be vindicated. I've been paying for my child's maintenance from day one." Zoe and Robert first made waves when she shared an open letter addressed to him on her Facebook page. This in response to an article from the Sunday Sun in which he was quoted saying he is trying to get back his son, but the child's mother was making it difficult. Zoe in a letter slammed Robert for saying she wouldn't let him see his son and claimed that he's the one who abandoned him and the baby in the first place. Robert said he was being falsely accused of abandoning his son. He said, "It's been the toughest time of my life. All I can tell you is that I have been there for my son from the moment he was born. I could never abandon my own flesh and blood." At number 4, we have Khumalo Mandela. The South African actor best known for his role as Willie Dikane on The River was taken to court over unpaid maintenance by his ex-wife Candy Litchfield. Reports claim that Mandela was 7 months behind. Khumalo, who is a father of 5, the blog dedicated to the topic of raising his children, wasted no time taking to Twitter to deny the bad dad claims. Khumalo has a blog about raising his 5 children, which he explains he created because he believes that if there was going to be a strong disapproval of men who are absent, it would be unmindful to not take time to celebrate those fathers who are present. In the post, Khumalo described his pain and unhappiness about receiving the summons. He said, "It sits like an elephant in the bedroom, a finger of accusation saying what I have been contributing is regarded as not enough. Each time my eye lands on it, a vial of toxic bile drips from my throat onto my heart and threatens to choke me in a sea of rage. Before I continue, let me rattle off some facts. I vow to myself that whatever happens between me and the mothers has nothing to do with my responsibilities to my children. I have no love for men who don't take care of their children, financially or otherwise. It's cowardly and deadbeat behavior. But equally, I have no love for mothers who will use money, especially child maintenance, as the battleground for venting their hurt. The courts will decide the rest." At number 5, we have Musa Mandela. For the longest time, Gugu Gezwa has been desperately trying to get her then 5-year-old daughter's father to pay maintenance. The dad claimed he was unemployed and had no money. While this reason is not unusual among deadbeat dads at maintenance courts, it raised eyebrows in this particular case because the dad in question was Nelson Mandela's grandson. Musa Mandela is the son of Makgato Mandela, who was born to Mandela and his first wife, Evelyn Mase. Makgato passed away in 2005 and had 4 sons, including Musa. In 2016, the Nelson Mandela Foundation announced the beneficiaries of Mandela's will, confirming that Musa had inherited 3.1 million rands from his grandfather. Despite this, he managed to evade responsibility despite a paternity test confirming he was the child's biological father. A frustrated Gugu said she had attended about 200 hearings at the maintenance court in Newtown, Johannesburg since 2015, but she had now hit a brick wall. Musa told the court he couldn't pay as he was unemployed and studying. Gugu said, "The court never did ask for proof of his studies, they just left it as it was. I'm raising a direct dependent of Mandela with little support. If Mandela was alive today, my child would be taken care of. He loved his family." Gugu, who ran a small event planning business, said she struggled to put food on the table and buy clothes for her daughter, while Musa wakes up every morning in a mansion. She also mentioned that child school fees were in arrears and the child was asked to stay at home. The Nelson Mandela Trust then stepped in and paid. It also paid a year's fees of 23,000 rand. However, in an email, the trust's lawyer said Gugu could not rely on the trust to pay every year. She had no claim against the trust, but it had nevertheless decided to pay her daughter's school fees. Gugu was told she should approach a civil court to sue the trust for maintenance. Musa, who could not be reached for comment, is no stranger to controversy. He has 2 other children with 2 other women and was arrested for failing to appear in the maintenance court after being subpoenaed and spent 2 weeks in jail. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching.